like a 78, crackling soft at the garden gate. I wind the phonograph, set it slow, the kind of moon that used to glow. The horn is tin, the sound is round, the warmest noise in this lonely town. I close the curtains, turn the light. The phonograph moon is mine tonight. The needle traces a shellac sky, a melody I can't deny. It's slightly warped, it's slightly sweet. The phonograph moon knows my feet. Phonograph moon, spin me round, the only light in this sleepy town. Crackle and hiss, then a note so true. Phonograph moon, I remember you. Old wax turning a hollow sound. The moon is a record that never comes down. Hollow and whole, warm and soon, dancing alone with the phonograph moon. I found the record at a yard sale last spring. The label said something, something, a fling. The date was scratched, but the music remained. The phonograph moon can't be explained. The singer croons through a distant haze, a love song from the war days. I don't know the words, but I know the ache. The phonograph moon is a beautiful fake. Lo-fi static, a wavering pitch, the kind of love that makes you rich for just a moment, then it's gone. The phonograph moon keeps moving on. Phonograph moon, spin me round, the only light in this sleepy town. Crackle and hiss, then a note so true. Phonograph moon, I remember you. Old wax turning a hollow sound. The moon is a record that never comes down. Hollow and whole, warm and soon, dancing alone with the phonograph moon. The horn wobbles on a low G sharp. I hold my breath in the fading dark. The phonograph chugs like a little train, carrying moonlight through the rain. I sway with the needle, I sway with the wax. The phonograph moon covers my tracks. Nobody knows I'm here tonight, with a vintage moon and a broken light. The record ends with a gentle pop. The phonograph moon begins to stop. I wind it again, I set it free. The moon keeps spinning just for me. Phonograph moon, you're not digital, you're not perfect. You wobble and you wander, but you're mine, all mine. The needle dances on your grooves, like feet on a tired floor. I'll wind you again tomorrow. Same moon, same song, same crackle. Good night, phonograph. Good night, moon. Good night, moon. Good night, moon. Good night. The sky is turning purple-gray. The night is packing its things to leave. I've been sitting here since yesterday, with a heart that's learning how to grieve. The phonograph is barely warm. needle's tracing its final grooves. I'm not ready for the morning storm, or the light that proves I'm afraid to move. The whiskey bottle's almost done. Just one more finger, maybe two. The record player had its run, but I'm begging for another song from you. One last spin before dawn, just one more song. The sun can't find me if I don't belong to the morning, to the light, to the rising gray. One last spin before the night slips away. Let the needle fall where it always falls, on the broken parts, on the empty halls. I'm not asking for forever, just a minute more. One last spin before I face the door. The first bird sings a shaky note. I pull the blinds a little tighter. The phonograph is all I've got to make the leaving any lighter. You used to spin this record slow, your hand on my waist, your breath on my neck. Now I spin it all alone. You know, every groove is a shipwreck. Dawn is a liar dressed in gold. It promises new starts but leaves you cold. The night never promised anything at all. Just one last spin before the curtain falls. One last spin before dawn, just one more song. The sun can't find me if I don't belong to the morning, to the light, to the rising gray. One last spin before the night slips away. Let the needle fall where it always falls, on the broken parts, on the empty halls. I'm not asking for forever, just a minute more. One last spin before I face the door. The sky gets light, I hold my breath. The phonograph wheezes almost to death. The last note stretches like a goodbye kiss. Then the needle lifts and the morning hits. I sit in the silence, I pour the last drop. The sun crawls in and the music stops. I touch the record, still warm from the spin. One last spin before dawn. Let me begin again. One last spin before dawn. But dawn came anyway. It always does. The needle is up, the bottle is dry, the night is a ghost, and I'm still here. Same time tomorrow, the phonograph will wait. I'll wind it up one more time, one last time, until the dawn forgets to come. Good night, night. Good night, spin. starts, then it starts to move. The vinyl hisses a second tongue, singing the blues when the night is young. The apartment's empty, the cat is fed. The only voice is in my head, and the crackle crackles soft and low. The only friend I used to know. You left a record on the shelf, the one you played when you loved yourself. Now I play it when the clock strikes 12, and the crackle tells me to go to hell. Crackle at midnight, pop and hiss. Every scratch is a kiss I miss. The vinyl spins, the room is black. I'm trying to play the needle back. Crackle at midnight, soft and round, the only crack in a silent town. Pop, hiss, click, and then the crackle starts all over again. The sax comes in like a distant train. The crackle sounds like summer rain. I close my eyes, I see your face. The crackle takes me to another place. The piano walks a lonely mile. The crackle almost makes me smile. A staticky ghost in the analog air. Crackle at midnight and you're not there. Digital is perfect, clean and cold, but crackle knows the lies I've told. It stutters, stumbles, skips and bends. The crackle is the song that never ends. Crackle at midnight, pop and hiss. Every scratch is a kiss I miss. The vinyl spins, the room is black. I'm trying to play the needle back. Crackle at midnight, soft and round, the only crack in a silent town. Pop, hiss, click, and then the crackle starts all over again. The B-side starts with a gentle thump. My heart does a little jump. The crackle knows the way you breathe before you packed your bags and seethe. I pour a drink I won't finish. The crackle makes the loneliness diminish for just a second, then it's back. The midnight crackle leaves a track. The record ends, the needle lifts. The crackle gives its final gift. A pop, a sigh, a tiny spark. Crackle at midnight in the dark. Crackle at midnight. You can't stream this. You can't download it. You have to sit in the dark and let the vinyl bleed. Click. There you are. Hello again. Goodbye again. Same time tomorrow. The needle's waiting. Good night, crackle. Good night. The music box sits dusty on the shelf where I keep the ribbon by itself. A faded blue that once held back the hair that fell in waves of black upon her shoulders in the spring. When the waltz was everything, I wind the key, the tines begin. Their tiny fragile violin of notes that stumble, notes that sigh, in the waltz that cannot die. Though the ribbon fades, though the box grows old, the waltz still spins its story told in in 3/4 time, in measured pace of a memory I can't erase. The ballroom where we used to dance in the waltz's gentle trance now is empty, now is still, but the music box fulfills its duty to the faded past, where the ribbon held so fast. Faded ribbon waltz, turn and sway in the 3/4 time of yesterday. The box is small, the tune is thin, but the memory burns within. Faded ribbon waltz, 1, 2, 3, where the ghost of you dances with me in the dust motes, in the light that filters through the fading night. Faded ribbon waltz, turn and sway in the waltz that time can't take away. The ribbon's edges frayed and worn, like the love that we were born to hold, to keep, to treasure tight. In the waltz of the fading light, I found it in the attic's gloom, where the shadows hold the room of forgotten things, of lost romance, where the waltz still holds its stance against the silence, against the years that fall like the music box's tears of rust and dust and slow decay. In the waltz that fades away, but not completely, not quite gone, as long as the ribbon's blue lives on. In the drawer where I keep it safe from the waltz's final gentle chafe of time that wears all ribbons thin, in the 3/4 dance of where we've been. She gave me the ribbon in the spring, when the waltzes made the robins sing, and the ballroom chandeliers burn bright, in the 3/4 time of pure delight. I tied it in her hair one night, as the orchestra played soft and light, a waltz that I can't name today, but the music box still tries to play. Its ghost, its echo, its refrain of the love that danced through joy and pain. The ribbon faded, the love did too, but the waltz remains forever true to the moment when the music swelled, and in her arms the world was held. The music box begins to slow in the waltz's final fading glow. The spring unwinds, the tines grow weak. In the 3/4 time they still speak of waltzes in the candle's flame, of ribbons that held back her name, that I whispered in the dance's hold. In the spring, when we were bold enough to believe the waltz would last beyond the ribbons fading fast into the blue of memory, where the music box sets free the ghost that dances, turns and sways. In the faded ribbon's blue haze, I close the lid, the waltz is done, but the ribbon and I are one, in the silence that the box bequeaths to the heart that still believes. Faded ribbon waltz, turn and sway in the 3/4 time of yesterday. The box is small, the tune is thin, but the memory burns within. Faded ribbon waltz, 1, 2, 3, where the ghost of you dances with me in the dust motes, in the light that filters through the fading night. ribbon rests, the box is still, but somewhere in the evening's chill, the waltz continues, soft and slow, where the faded ribbons go to dance with ghosts in 3/4 time, in the music box's paradigm of memory, of love, of spring. Faded ribbon, waltz and sing. The velvet scratch, where the needle finds the hidden patch. The arm descends on velvet static, where the music grows erratic in the warm embrace of dust and age. On the vintage phonograph stage, the scratch is velvet, soft and deep, not the harsh digital leap of ones and zeros, cold and clean, but the analog's gentle sheen of imperfection of the real, that the vinyl makes you feel in the fibers of the sound, where the velvet scratch is found. I pour a drink, I dim the light, let the velvet scratch take flight through the room's suspended air to the jazz that's hiding there beneath the surface, beneath the noise of the velvet scratch's soft joys. Velvet scratch, where the past and present match in the groove's slow spiral dance. Give the memory one more chance. Velvet scratch, the lo-fi's gentle, warm dispatch of a time that won't return, but in the velvet scratch will burn. Velvet scratch, velvet scratch, in the phonograph, soft catch. Velvet scratch, velvet scratch. The trumpet sounds through velvet haze in the phonograph's soft maze of crackle, pop, and whispered tone that makes the vintage jazz its own. Not the clarity of the new, but the mystery of the few who listened in the candle's glow to the velvet scratch's soft flow. The piano's chords are muffled warm, like a shelter from the storm of modern life, of modern sound, where the velvet scratch is found to be a refuge, to be a home for the heart that needs to roam back to where the music breathed in the grooves that time bequeathed. Some hear only imperfection in the velvet scratch's reflection of a technology gone by, but I hear the reason why we fell in love with sound at all, in the velvet scratch's soft call to be imperfect, to the real, to the way the music made us feel before the perfect killed the soul. In the digital's cold control, the velvet scratches freedom's voice in the analog's warm, gentle choice. The side is ending, the scratch grows faint in the spiral's soft restraint of the run-out groove's last breath, where the velvet scratch meets death, but not before it whispers low of the things we used to know when the music was a ritual and the velvet scratch habitual. In the evenings of our youth, when the scratch held every truth, I lift the needle soft and slow, let the velvet scratch's last glow fade into the room's soft dark, where the vintage leaves its mark on the heart that still believes in the magic that the scratch achieves. Velvet scratch, velvet the past and present match in the groove's slow spiral dance. Give the memory one more chance. Velvet scratch, velvet scratch. The lo-fi's gentle, warm dispatch of a time that won't return, but in the velvet scratch will burn. Velvet scratch, velvet scratch. In the phonograph's soft catch. Velvet scratch, velvet scratch. The velvet fades in the room where memory parades, but the scratch remains soft and deep in the place where the phonographs sleep and dream of fingers, dream of ears that found their home in vinyl years. The velvet scratch never dies in the lo-fi's lullabies.
The mantelpiece clock stopped a 8:45. How you said you'd be mine. I never wound it since that day. Let the hands hold what they say. In rust and stillness, time stands still while the world outside moves at will. The gears are frozen, the spring unwound. In the broken clockwork blues I found. The pendulum hangs like a broken wing that once could swing, that once could sing. Now silent in the dusty case of a memory I can't erase. The chime is mute, the bell is dumb, but the heartbeat of the clockwork hums beneath the silence, soft and low, where the broken clockwork blues still go. Broken clockwork blues, tick-tock that I can't use to measure what I lost or count the final cost. Broken clockwork blues, the hands that never choose to move beyond the 1:45, and I still believed in you. Broken clockwork blues. The watchmaker said he could repair the spring, the gear, the wear and tear. I told him leave the hands as placed where your promise was encased in brass and copper, cold and true. The broken clockwork's point of view, that time is nothing but a lie we tell ourselves before goodbye. The second hand points to the floor where you stood once by the door. The minute hand reaches toward the wall where your shadow used to fall, and the hour hand frozen points to 8 when the evening was still freight with hope, with love, with all the things that the broken clockwork blues still sing. They say time heals, they say time mends, but the broken clockwork blues contend that time is just a mechanism for the heart's slow cataclysm. The clockwork knows what humans don't, that stopping is the only want that time can do when love departs. Leave the gears in broken parts, so let the clockwork rest in peace. Let the rust and stillness increase until the clock becomes a tomb for the time that filled the room with you, with me, with 9:15. When the hands aligned and the bells would chime. The moonlight falls across the face where the numbers hold their place, but the hands don't move to meet the light in the broken clockwork's endless night. I wind the key a half turn now just to hear the spring soft vow, to try to tick, to almost move, then surrender to the broken groove. The clockwork whispers in the dark of a time that left its mark on the brass, on the wood, on the glass, where the broken blues still pass through the gears that cannot turn, to the lessons that we never learn about love, about time, about the way the broken clockwork blues still play. Broken clockwork blues, tick-tock that I can't use to measure what I lost or count the final cost. Broken clockwork blues, the hands that never choose to move beyond the 1:45, and I still believed in you. Broken clockwork blues, broken clockwork is still, but the blues continue always. Will in the silence where the ticking was, in the space that love still does occupy, though frozen, though broken, the clockwork's final stroke. Broken clockwork blue, broken clockwork blue, broken clockwork blue.
The needle finds its groove at 10 to 3. When the city's finally let me be, I don't play the radio, no, no. Just the black discs that the dead men know. The arm descends a soft shh of sound, and the room turns slowly round and round. Your photograph is fading on the wall, where the dust has learned to gently fall. I don't dust it, I don't touch. Let the years do what they must. The phonograph hums its circular song, and I wonder where the night's gone wrong. Needle drop serenade for the love that time betrayed. Let the crackle be the strings, let the dust be all the things we never said, we never did. In the serenade, the needle hid. Needle drop serenade for the ghosts that never fade. Side A was always your favorite tune, the Coltrane ballad, slow as June, when the evening stretched and we would lie on the carpet, watch the ceiling fly. Through the music, through the haze of the phonograph's golden days. Now side B plays to an empty chair, and the horn still sounds like you're there. In the room, in the smoke of the memories that we spoke, into the dark, into the air that the needle drops with tender care. Ba-da-doo, 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 ba-da-da-da-doo. They say vinyl is a dead man's medium, but I say Zira-zoo, it's where the living go to meet the dead on equal ground, where the needle's the only sound that bridges then and now and never. Doobie-doo, the ghost is clever in the way it hides inside the groove, where the living still can move to the serenade the dead composed. Shooby-doo, the door is closed, but the music finds the key. The run-out groove is where we end, where the spiral and the heart descend into the label's empty center, where the love forgot to enter. Or maybe it was always there, in the silence, in the air, between the notes, between the drops of the needle that never stops. It's serenade, it's circular prayer for the ones who used to care. I lift the arm, the room goes still, but the serenade will always fill the spaces where the shadows live, and the phonograph forgives what the daylight can absolve. trade. Let the crackle be the strings. Let the dust be all the things we never said, we never did. In the serenade, the needle hid. Needle drop serenade for the ghosts that never fade. The needle lifts, the ghost departs, but the serenade remains in the heart of the phonograph of the night, of the man who plays the same side at 10 to 3 when the city's free. Pop, crackle, needle drop, serenade. Hiss pop, the groove begins. Dust and scratch where the memory spins. The phonograph hums its amber song, where the needle rides the groove along a worn-out path of shellac black that the decades never gave back. I pour the whiskey 2 fingers deep in the glass where the shadows sleep. The label says some year gone by, when the jazz was born, when the jazz would die and be reborn in crackle hiss, in the lo-fi warmth that sounds like this. Not the digital, not the clean, but the vintage ghost of what has been. The trumpet speaks through vinyl veil in a tone that's thin and old and pale, but somehow true, somehow more real than the perfect that the modern steal from the soul of jazz, from the grain of the phonograph's slow circular pain. Old whiskey on a worn groove, where the past begins to move through the speaker's paper cone, in the room where I live alone. Old whiskey on a worn groove, the vintage sound that none improve. Let the crackle be the drum, let the hiss become the hum. Old whiskey on a worn groove, in the lo-fi's gentle groove. Old whiskey on a worn groove. The whiskey warms where the room is cold, where the phonograph stories are told, in the pops that mark the passage of time, in the groove of the shellac's rhyme. I imagine the room where this was cut, in the 30s, in the swinger's hut of a studio with microphones tall, catching sound before the fall of the needle, of the wax, of the era that won't come back, except in this lo-fi resurrection of the vintage phonograph's perfection. The bass is muddy, the piano dim, but the feeling somehow swims upstream through the hiss and scratch to the heart that found its match in the old whiskey's amber glow, and the worn groove slow, soft flow. They say remaster, they say restore, but I say leave the crackle, leave the flaw, for the beauty is in the imperfection of the vintage phonograph's reflection of a time when sound was physical, when the groove was individual, like a finger fingerprint like a scar that tells you exactly who you are. In the lo-fi warmth of the spinning black, where the past will never come back, but lives and breathes and almost cries in the old whiskey's lullabies. The side is ending, the groove grows loud in the final spiral shroud of surface noise and run-out groove, where the phonograph starts to move toward silence, toward the end of the vintage jazzman's friend. I lift the needle, gentle, slow, let the old whiskey's last embers glow in the darkened room, in the hush, where the lo-fi and the vintage rush of feeling settles, finds its place in the crackle's warm embrace. I flip the record side to side, let the old whiskey be my guide through the worn groove, circular dream of the jazz that lives in the shellac seam. Old whiskey on a worn groove, where the past begins to move through the speaker's paper cone, in the room where I live alone. Old whiskey on a worn groove, the vintage sound that none improve. Let the crackle be the drum, let the hiss become the hum. Old whiskey on a worn groove, in the lo-fi's gentle groove. Old whiskey on a worn groove. Hiss pop, the groove slows down, the needle lifts the ghost leaf down, but the old whiskey remains half gone in the glass, where the vintage song still echoes, still hums, still lives in the lo-fi warmth that jazz gives to the lonely, to the lost, in the phonograph's gentle cost of memory, of time, of love. Old whiskey on a worn groove. Old whiskey. Static on the radio at 3, the kind that doesn't bother me no more. I used to hunt for signal clean, now the hiss is what I mean by home. The smoke rises slow from the tray, where the last one burned away. An hour, maybe two, the radio plays something blue. I don't know the station or the song, just the static where I belong. Static and slow smoke, the only company I invoke when the night gets too long and the memory too strong. Static and slow smoke, the radio's soft joke on a man who used to play, now just listens till the day breaks slow. The piano on the radio is out of tune, like the ones in all those rooms I played. The smoke curls up toward the ceiling, where the water stain is revealing its map of some place I never went. Or did the memory is bent by static and by time and by the slow smoke that says goodbye to things I can't recall? They told me jazz would save my soul. They lied. Jazz just gave me places to be alone in at 3 a.m. with static and smoke and the slow unraveling of the man I thought I'd be. By 53, the radio doesn't know my name, but the static sounds the same as my breathing, as my waiting for nothing in particular. The track ends, but the static stays, like a friend who never says goodbye or hello, just is. The smoke is down to the filter's end, and I pretend that I'll get up and find the bed, but the static and the smoke instead hold me here in the chair where the radio plays to the air that no one breathes but me. Static and slow smoke, the only company I invoke when the night gets too long and memory too strong. Static and slow smoke, the radio's soft joke on a man who used to play, now just listens till the day breaks slow. The smoke is gone, the static hums, and the radio softly drums its fingers on the dial where I used to smile at songs that made the night less long, less strong. Static and slow smoke. The phonograph sits in the corner alone, a kingdom of dust on a throne of bone. I haven't played it since you went away. The needle's been silent every single day. The record sleeve is soft and worn, the one you played the night you were born. To something new, or so you said. Now the dust is the only thing not dead. I wipe the cover with a trembling hand. I don't know if I'll understand the song that used to make us dance, or if the dust has killed the chance. Dust on the needle, dust on the groove, the only thing left of a fading move. I lower the arm, it crackles and sighs. The dust tells me 1,000 lies. Dust on the needle, deep and dry. Every pop is a goodbye. Spin, 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 but you won't come back. Just dust on the needle and a heart-shaped crack. The first note stumbles, then finds its way, a ghost of a horn from yesterday. The piano sounds like underwater bells. The dust is singing what it knows so well. I close my eyes, I see your face floating above the dusty space. You're laughing at something I never The dust turns every loving word. A clean needle would play it straight, but dust knows how to hesitate. It skips the parts where we were kind and plays the parts we left behind. Dust on the needle, dust on the groove, the only thing left of a fading move. I lower the arm, it crackles and sighs. The dust tells me 1,000 lies. Dust on the needle, deep and dry. Every pop is a goodbye. Spin, 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 but you won't come back. Just dust on the needle and a heart-shaped crack. The song ends in a dusty haze. I haven't moved for 7 days, or maybe 7 minutes past. The dust is the only thing that lasts. I lift the needle, wipe it clean. The dust settles back like a forgotten scene. I put the record on the shelf and dust the dust right off myself. The phonograph waits for another time when dust and memory commit a crime. But tonight I'll let the silence be. The dust is heavy enough for me. Dust on the needle, don't clean it, don't fix it. Let it play the cracks, let it skip the good parts. That's where the truth lives, in the dust. Good night, needle. Good night, dust. Good night, you.